Oh my gosh. Oh, I should probably make another video. Hello everyone. Yeah, sorry about how long it's been since the first video, but I mean, you can see with that little gag in the beginning of the video just how crazy just 1 year has been for me. But yeah, I've made some progress. I just don't want to get your expectations too high because overall, this second update slash video is more just about like me fixing existing bugs that were in because there are still quite a few, and then actually adding just a little couple features. Well, one thing right now is that all the things I added from the first video are all essentially finished. It's more the player themselves, just like how this inventory system works and like how all the weapons work and all that. As you can see here, there's some differences. I can scroll between this and all that. But yeah, let's get started. The big thing we have here is that if I do this, all the chests appear, and they have all the shields. Hello, B. All the shields, all the bows, all the arrows with the wands, all this miscellaneous stuff, all these spears, all these swords, and this is not in the game yet. So, and with this, I can take an item, give it to me there, and if I don't want this, I can drop on the ground and you see that there. And then I can go back to it and it's saved. But in order to pick it up, you see here, I don't like this. Right now, I need to delete this. Okay, it's not completely bug free, all right. And right now, I can still pretty easily switch like this. But you see right there, I can actually not hold anything if I want to. I can drop all of these. A little spoiler there. But you can see here, I can still access my weapons, which that was a pretty glaring issue with the first version there. But yeah, everything is color coded. Arrow slot is green. Bow slot is red. Weapon slot is yellow, and inventory slash satchel slot is yellow. But on to our first new thing. You can see here that right now I am moving pretty fast. You can see the little number on the bottom there. Well, this, my friends, is me using the stamina wheel. The stamina wheel is now completely in the game, except for swimming, because I don't want to do that. But you can see here, I am running quite fast, and now it's going to go down to 0, and I'm still sprinting because that's a bug. Oh my gosh. You can see this only works if I'm actually holding the satchel or that funky looking thing in the end of my hotbar. And it'll slowly go back up to 1, but still draining my straining right here. And it's also used for climbing. Oh my gosh, this looks awesome. So climbing, for climbing, you have to go up against a wall that won't kill me. Oh gosh. Oh, that. I'm gonna die again. So for climbing, there we are. Oh my gosh, that's a far jump. So for climbing, all you need to do, go up against a wall, look at it, and shift. So if I'm in the middle of climbing this guy and look away, I'm gonna eventually fall. Because I'm not looking at the rock face. I can't do this. I can back away from it a little bit, but then I'll fall eventually. Um, the main thing is just have to make sure you're actually looking at a block, so I can still float. Like if I look too far down, I'll eventually fall. And you can see here to go above the sky. I still have to keep looking at it, and bam, I'm on top of it. But I can go out a little bit and still re-grab it. I can hold whatever I want while doing this as well. And I can look up a bit, but still I'll fall eventually. But this is about the angle, more like this. Yeah, I had to do some really weird things in order to have the meter go down and like refill with each condition of sprinting and not sprinting. Yeah. See if I can climb up here. But yeah, it works pretty well. Well, yeah, I have. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm wearing a little backpack here. I mean, it's not entirely great looking because that. Yeah, I mean, it's mainly just like I'm not holding an item, but I still want access to all of this. So, and then here's a stamina wheel. And the main thing is that I'm using a predicate to detect when I'm sprinting. So as soon as I collide into a block, it says, "Oh, you're not sprinting anymore." So it gets a bit, and like if I like miss and jump and I like this, it looks it's really jarring, but it works. But yeah, that's the stamina wheel. You sprint when you're in water as well, which is so much nicer. But even if I like sit still, it refills pretty well. But now, let's talk about this guy right here. And yeah, I can sprint with this Sheikah Slate. So with this Sheikah Slate, you I added all of the runes in the game, and I'm gonna die. But in order to change which one you have, you just press it. You just switch the item, just like you do with inventory here, except for it's not broken. But all of these are all functional. So we have Magnesis. So I right click on an entity, and it appears in front of my head. And then when I want to get rid of it, I right click again, and it flies off using some broken physics. But yeah, I can just hit this guy a bunch. I can try killing him in the ground if I want, because that would be hell in order to block. And it actually works with item entities too, and it looks really dorky. I can grab the squid out of the water, or I guess oh, there we are. Just chuck him. Mobs in the game actually have a bit of weight, so that's why um he's not being thrown as far. Meanwhile, the items do, like this. Oh, let's get you back in the water, dude. Oh, never mind. Items are you're a bit finicky. Um, I mean, they just visually don't look too great. But you have to aim. I think, yeah, more like the top of that hitbox there. But you can chuck it like that. Um, I believe if I summon like a husk here, another one, if I can chuck it, throw this guy out of the way, I'm gonna just do a whole lot of this. There we go. But we can also kill him using stasis. Why is this broken right now? Why is everything breaking? Oh, there we go. Oh gosh. But yeah, freezes them in place just like in the real game. Um, there we are. They have the little glowy thing around them, and it lasts for, I think, like 10 seconds or something. Not too long. But these two guys are what I like the most. Both of these bombs. So in the game, this round one here is mainly just round, so it's able to roll down ramps and all that. But in here, it chucks a bomb out for you. And then once you hit right click again, and blows it up, just like that. It throws it in front of you from your feet, like that, and just destroy the speech. Why not? You can see here, I can aim it like right there if I want to. I can aim it right here. I can throw up in the sky, and it goes pretty darn high. So I can see if I can do that right from my head. Yeah, I can try like throwing it just whenever I want. I can let it plop. I can rock away and be like, ah, and just do bam like that. But this guy stays in place. So I can go right up to like here and do bloop and bam. See, I could try to even line it up right. Yeah, there we go. Look at this. It's right in the corner. And like a funny thing is that if I'm in creative mode, I can actually do like a bit of like a super jump with this. Kind of works, but um, yeah, these are pretty neat. It's very nice because I'm using creepers, so I can do this mob griefing. Oh, false, and bam, doesn't destroy anything, just like that. But I don't want true because it's fun. But then this we have Cryonosis left, and it does what you think. It shoots out ice whenever you hit water. And I believe it can be flowing water. Yes, it can. So I can traverse this beach, and since I have the slate on, go really fast like this. So yeah, I'm doing the full boat hopping thing. Ah! And this is an ugly mess, so you can just delete them. Whenever you hit ice, you just delete all around it, all around the ice. Ah! But as you can see, yeah, I mean, like if I do this, it goes in the same spot a bunch. So you have to like aim a bit higher in order to hit the ice, not the water, because the raycasts for all these are all pretty short, just like an actual game. So I think the magnesis one is the farthest. But yeah, it's just a little side thing you can do. Like if you have, like if I was in like a frozen lake, I can just destroy the entire lake if I wanted to. But I'm forgetting one thing, and it's this. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's already in the game, so. But one thing I do want to do is eventually turn this into a map. So, in a very much earlier video of mine, I made like a little like remote controlled missile type thing. And whenever you right clicked onto a set thing I had, I think it was like a lectern. It teleported you up like this, and I put a selector beneath you, and then you were able to like go around. And then once you hit the ground again, you were teleported back to where you were. And I essentially want to do that with the map button on here because I love just having that map in Breath of the Wild, and I really wish Minecraft had an actual good map, especially with like survival mode. I've done it before. You can literally see the video. I think it's actually my channel highlight video. I might have changed it to the Dishonored one, but yeah, that's what this is going to be instead of just being able to spam your chat. But yeah, that is the stasis rune. Okay, that's it for the runes. Okay, so let's do the wands because they're overall pretty simple. Um, there's two different wands, and each of these. What the crap? I don't know what happened. Okay, each of these are more carrot on a stick, and when you right click, they launch a different projectile. And this one is a fireball. Aw, let's see. And this guy actually bounces, and it looks awesome. So I made a little video as like a sneak peek for you guys earlier, and it just looks so cool. Like, look at this, and I'm so happy with how it worked. I had to use a really weird like scoreboard math, or just like programming logic kind of thing, and I basically detect whenever this armor stand, because he has an armor stand, whenever it falls on the ground, and then okay, let's not start too many forest fires. Um, ooh, village. Um, yeah, I basically just detect whenever it hits the ground, and whenever it hits the ground, I add one to a little dummy scoreboard. And then use my projectile motion function on it again, and then I keep it in. It doesn't like bounce off of walls at all. Like it just fell there. Because that would be a bit too complicated for me, especially with its projectile motion on a raycast. It's probably possible though, but I had to do some like logic to make sure it doesn't like repeatedly spam it, because I had some errors where like it would just like continuously fly up, and oh, why are you? Yes, I know there's a do weather cycle game rule, but yeah, and it only bounces at max 6 times. Well, I think it's more like 4, but with like the variable I had to set makes it like it had to be like 6. But yeah, I can throw it on here, and oh my gosh, that looks awesome. Let's see. Man, this terrain is insane. You can just like if I was caving, I can just like throw this down here, and then like it can light up my way for me. But this isn't the only one in the game. There's also an upgraded version. But yeah, it also dies in water. Um, ooh, yeah, look at that. But in the game, there's also, let's see. Yeah, there we are. The meteor rod. And this throws at 3 of them. Oh, that did not work. Well, there we are. Yeah, that's literally the only difference. They're supposed to deal more damage and all of that, but I'm not doing a instant damage. Well, yeah, that's it for the fire rod. I'm just really proud of how it looks. That's it. I love it. But next, let's do the lightning and the thunderstorm rod. So this guy, um, right click, and you can't see that. Okay, time to go. Uh-oh. Well, yeah, you just saw it in action, but it shoots out a miniature. Uh-oh. Um, shoots out a little miniature. Um, no gravity arrow, because that's what I used. Aw, okay. Yeah, it'll look better up here. So but it has like a little tracking there, and whenever it hits somebody or it runs or hits a block, it unleashes the shock arrow effect that I have with arrows that I showed last episode. But if it doesn't end up hitting anything, and it just stays in place, it eventually has like a little timer on it, so it doesn't just float endlessly. But yeah, you can like spam these a lot, and they will do just how much range these shock arrows have. You could see just how much area it covers. He's gonna be deadly as heck. Oh, just like this fall. Um, and as you can guess, just like in the base game, This throws out 3 of them. And this guy is the ice rod. And bam. Bam. There you go. Right click when it's right on the little cursor there. It has a very small radius. Well, kind of. You can delete this with the rune there. And the blizzard rod, which is like the upgraded version. I thought that saw a spider. Just an upgraded version. And when you right click in the area, there you are. Just a bigger area like that. It's a bit short range as well. So I can't hit here, can't hit there. Yep. There we go. And suffocation is pretty overpowered. But you still walk through it, huh? Haha, yeah. You can clip through walls, I suppose. I like this too. Oh, come on! Just a plain zombie. Yeah, that's it for the rods. They're pretty fun to make. Because I like weapons. As you can see with my Dishonored showcase. Hello. Red Moblin, I see. Woink. Okay. Now, the last thing I've truly done is the bows. But that's still kind of broken. But I mean, they work. So you may have noticed, if you have a keen eye, or if you even pay attention, my arrows are flying very abnormally fast. Compare it to here. So I can do this. You see if I do this, that's about where it is. If I move over to you, look at that difference. Yeah, it don't look like it much, but yeah, I can snipe pretty easily, kind of easily, to right over that treetop. Meanwhile, with this guy, you have to really zoom it up like that. And even more with this guy. Yeah, this bow is a little bit overpowered right now. But if you don't know Breath of the Wild too well, you would not know that this bow is supposed to have a quicker draw speed than normal bows. And you literally can't do that in Minecraft. So I thought, I mean, I guess I could fake it. Like, here, here's a higher rate of fire, and it's still fire is just as far, kind of. Max draw speed. If I mean, this one's not too crazy at all. I mean, it will inherently do more damage with the arrow, and I guess I want to actually implement the arrows and the arrow damages, but I think I have a bug with that right now. I haven't dealt with it in a while. But this guy is supposed to zoom in when shooting. Whoa! It says right there. And that, I think I can do using shaders, the vanilla shaders, that are really strange, then like only like 100 people know how they work. But well, how they truly work. Um, but I would have to detect when the player is actually drawing their bow, which that's the main thing. You can't. Um, At least, right. I mean, like using like MBT. You can with a resource pack in the custom model data part. But yeah, that's the main thing. So I just made this guy have a really super zoom, like sniping all the way to there. Oh my gosh, it flies so far. But yeah, all I'm doing is that when I detect whenever I shoot, which I can do easily because this is the only arrow that you'll have in your inventory. Yeah, it's the only arrow you'll have in your inventory, and just detect when you shoot it, and then I just data modify a higher speed onto it, just like with entity motion or directional motion. And then these multi-shot guys are even buggier right now because I don't know what I can do. But you see, when I face this direction, it works pretty well. It actually shoots 3 arrows. But as soon as you rotate, it gets weird. Hello, editing Emblett's here. Before I was saying that I was having an issue with the multi-shot bow, with like the vector of it. Ooh, yeah. So like it was flying off weird like this. And it's because I was shooting, just like adding plus and minus like 2 to the X component of the motion vector, and that doesn't work in all the axes. But I think I have a solution now. So I haven't actually tried it yet, but it's in my brain. So yeah. And that, my friends, is the end of the new content. So it might not seem like much, but this data pack is really, really big. So it's pretty hard to see what's broken, what is not, because of how long it takes to really truly make. So this data pack, it's 1.4 megabytes, which may not seem like much, but if you compare it to my Dishonored data pack, which is 7.6 kilobytes, so my Dishonored data pack is 5% of the size of the Breath of the Wild one. And so, because it's really big, it's really hard to develop, I've been really on and off with working on it. As you can see from the schedule that I joked about in the beginning of this. But I still have some new ideas. Disregard that. That's where I find a warden. So I really want food to return to it was before, and it's like alpha state, um, which is basically just like when you right click on it, it just directly restores hearts. And actually, the amount of hearts that you have is going to be a variable. You're going to start the game with 6 hearts and a stamina wheel of only like 100, because you can expand it whenever you use a spirit orb at a village, because I'm going to add shrines into the game, and they're going to be naturally spawning, and when you enter the area of them, they're going to have a whole lot of randomized puzzles, because you'll be teleported to a new dimension, and I'm going to use jigsaw blocks to generate the puzzle that you do. So there's going to be a limited amount, maybe like 50 or so. But go through the shrine, you get the spirit orb, you can go to any vanilla village, and then you can go to the vanilla village, go to the Goth statue in there in order to actually basically use like a little menu system to say if you want to increase how much stamina you have or how many hearts you have. It's just like the actual game. But I haven't made them yet because naturally generating structures in the game is very hard. Because, well, yeah, it is just hard. But it's more because they keep changing them a lot. Because like 1.18, like completely threw off World Gen, which I mean makes sense why it did. But then in 1.19 kept changing it again. So I'm just gonna wait until things are actually slowed down before I even start with adding it. But I also want to add like Bokoblin camps in the Skull and Ones too. So like, that's a for sure spot you can actually um, get and add weapons as in the game and all that. Um, but well, with that, I'm still brainstorming on how to deal with mobs because I want to add 3D models if I can, but I don't want them to look terrible because I want to base them off of zombies and like I want them to actually hold the items they're using and just line that up right will be one heck of a process. And but, like guardians are still functional, they're still terrifying to deal with, but wardens are in the game now, and I like them. But animations and textures haven't been changed at all because how long this has been to do. Custom armor is still in the ring in terms of me wanting to add them. It just takes absolutely forever to debug and develop because once again, with me going on and off, I don't know what's completely wrong and finding the issues and going back to that. But if worst comes to worst, I can still use just fancy pants in order to develop them, which is basically using vanilla shaders to make like a custom 2D model armor. I may make a video detailing on that entire process because it was pretty crazy, but I was kind of proud of. Well, I still am proud of some stuff I had thought of for it. But there's actually we have storing armor right now. So if I drop like satchel armor like this, there'll be an armor stand that spawn a hexagon shape around here. It's just armor stands that face for the middle. You can just right click whatever armor you want on it, and when you pick up the item again, armor stands delete themselves. But if you drop the satchel again, they'll reappear with that armor. So that's mainly because you only have this amount of slots for normal items. At least as of right now, I might make that another like expandable sort of thing, like almost like cork seeds. But you can it'll still take up a lot of space if you want to carry armor on you or whatnot. But that is it for planned. But like as a recap, I added a functioning inventory system. I added a stamina wheel for sprinting and climbing. I added runes to help you traverse the world. I added magic rods just as a little side weapon. And I added special bows. So I'm still going to chip at this in the future. Um, it's Breath of the Wild is still my second favorite game I've ever played, right behind Minecraft. Because as you can imagine, because I think I said before, but I've been consistently playing this game since 2011, and the biggest break I had when I was not playing it was probably for half a year. Um, all in within that 11 years now. um, so my love of both the games will really keep me chugging at this game. Uh, this is my own private world that I want to just play in, and I'm doing this for fun. Um, like I made this little guy here. Entrance has a little bed here, a little like cooking area, little walls around. And this will be the area where you can ship in supplies from the river. Like this is gonna be like a little log town here. When I come into here, like I, oh no, I didn't get you. Okay, I just this episode took like 2 months to edit. I mean, I did start a new internship for me, but it's mainly because I love playing Minecraft just as my own thing. Um, I enjoy being able to share things with people. Like the big way I'm basically like doing videos is basically me being like, "Hey, everybody, check out what I made," sort of thing. But trying to do that at like a consistent pace and like actually having progress to show, it's just pretty draining for me. Not as like a like not like a mental health thing. It's more just like people are waiting for me. They want to know where it's been, and I've been doing other stuff instead because I don't just play Minecraft. Like I think like 2 days ago, I just played that Settlers 4 game that I made my second ever video on, and then before that, I did a game called Majesty. That's like just as old, just for fun because I play games for fun. But as of right now, I'm gonna just take a break from this channel. I don't know how long it'll last. I just have more creatively involved stuff that I want to do instead. Um, I'll probably pop in like I'll probably still play on Timbercraft for fun. So if any of the guys will make videos, you might see me in them, or at least see my base. Because um, as you can see, building is what I like doing. Like I love this house build here, and I just wanted to use the new 1.19 blocks, and like I feel like this looks amazing. Yeah, so this is very much just I would rather do other stuff instead of a YouTube channel. Doing like a YouTube channel and this and like other stuff I do for fun is just a lot on my plate. And this one has people waiting for what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna turn it off for a little bit. I hope you understand. I kind of kept with doing a video a month. I tried to, so you may see me do one in like November or something. Well, thank you for understanding. If you're nice, um, I might live stream me building. And it's just gonna be me chatting while building. That's really it. Because I know like a couple of people are like, "Oh man, you'll be my comfort streamer if I ever do live stream." But like, I'm a student, so I literally am running this on a laptop. So I might be able to make it work. But anyway, thank you for tuning in to Breath of the Wild episode 2. Oh, shoot, I forgot. With this video, this data pack is going on Planet Minecraft right now. Because if something ever happens to me, or if I ever just completely drop off the internet entirely, I want you guys to be able to download what I've been working on for more than a year now. Yeah, I will still add tiny things on there. Like if I like whenever I fix the multi-shot bow, I'm gonna add an update for that. Or if I add the structures and all that, I'll probably make a video on that first because that's pretty big deal for an addition. But yeah, I'll be updating it whenever I add things. But yes, it'll have a Play on Minecraft page for you to go enjoy. That's it. That's it for the episode. I need to conclude. So thank you everybody. I will post on my Discord if I ever start live streaming, which I still have. Doesn't have a whole lot of people, but Goodbye, everybody. Hope you have a nice day. See ya.